This is the bike that had Harley-Davidson pulling their hair out. This bike would run rings around any Harley-Davidson they built before and probably afterwards. And I never know, and I probably guess most people who are into it, Indians, would never know why they stopped making this thing. This thing is about perfect. And if a Harley driver should ever sit on this bike, he's going to be constantly reminded of what he's sitting on, because Indian is written on the left-hand twist grip, the right-hand twist grip, the left-hand footboard, the right-hand one, the speedo, the ammeter, the dip switch, and both sides of the tank. And not only that, it's written on the primary cover down here, very proudly, Indian Motorcycle Company. And also, if you don't know how to start your bike, you just read what it says on the carburetor cover. Here it says prime. On with the gas. So we prime the bike with a couple of kicks. Even maybe one kick. Then it says start. Move it to the start position. Yes! Then you move it to the warm-up position. And then when you want to go for a ride, move it to the fully open position. And off you go.
Eigentlich aus Zehlendorf, West-Berlin, also auf der anderen Seite, groß geworden. 51 geboren, habe also den Mauerbau ja ganz krass mitbekommen als Kind und habe damit eigentlich solange ich zurückdenken kann, eigentlich meine Welt auch ziemlich begrenzt gesehen. Und die Glienicker Brücke war für uns ja eigentlich immer so das Ende der Fahnenstange in der Einrichtung. Und dann kam also der berühmte 9. November oder was war das, ja. Und wir sind dann also rüber über die Glienicker Brücke mit unseren obligatorischen Sektflaschen und groß Hallo. Und gleich nach der Brücke diese Texas fast anmutende Route 66 Tankstelle. Runtergekommen zwar und schon fast vom Staub zugedeckt, aber man sah noch, in meiner Fantasie jedenfalls sah ich mir mein Indienschild da anmontiert und meinen Betrieb da dran. Also das musste einfach sein.
Someone said, there's a little shop down the road there, sells electric fans and batteries and torch lights for bicycles. And that guy used to be an Indian dealer. Why don't you go down there and see whether he's got any Indian parts? So I thought, okay, I'll go down. So I went in and undid the door of this really dingy little shop, looked like it'd been there for 1,000 years. Said, hello, I believe you used to be the Indian dealer. And he said, no Indian parts, get out. And I said, well, I had heard, no! No argument, get out. I'm not an Indian dealer, I never have been. I don't have any Indian parts. Don't know what you're talking about. And pushed me out of the shop. And just as I got pushed out of the shop, I noticed a little postcard that says, we are the Indian dealers for Scotland, stuck on the back of his wall, covered in nicotine stains and just hanging off there. And I thought, well, he did have an Indian shop. And it was at least 10 years later that I discovered an old copy of Indian News dating back to the early 30s. And sure enough, in there, in that magazine that was printed in the States, there's a picture of that old man with his Indian motorcycle. And that's my Indian motorcycle now. Just a kind of strange coincidence, really. Still driving along the same streets that it was driving along 60 years ago. The old man's gone, and now I'm here.